Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 82 of my journey to becoming the person that I want to be and a psychologist. Now, today was a pretty productive day, I must say, and it made me feel really nice. I feel like what I needed in my life or in my, let's say, mentality is this. I wake up, and the first thing I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up, get breakfast. Then after that, I'm gonna do what's needed to be done, as in make the bed, maybe put my clothes in the drawer, study, or do anything that I thought of doing productive, or also reading the book. After doing all of the tasks that I wanted to do during the day, then I have my free time. And I'm not pushing myself too hard, which is a good thing. Because, well, I feel like if I pushed myself too hard, the same thing would happen, and I feel like that's the mistake that I made. Not only that, but I feel like I made a mistake of me allowing myself to have my free time during the time that I have to do some productive things. Let's say I wake up and I look at my phone instantly. I'm eating breakfast and I'm watching a TV show. After that, I get back in my bed. I lay down for like an hour, play games on my phone, watch a TV show, whatever. After that, I'm already feeling lazy. I already feel like I don't want to move. I've procrastinated too much. Since the morning, I've been on my phone. Well, today was different. Today I woke up pretty early with my girlfriend. We ate breakfast, and then she wanted to draw. So we went out on the balcony. I took a cigarette, and she took a cigarette, and she was drawing while I was there without my phone, which is a really nice thing. You know, you're experiencing life as it is. Your phone is not always there because literally, one of the important things that is talked about in Atomic Habits is the fact that the bad habits that you're doing are made so that it is so easy for you to do them. Let's say a lot of companies want your attention. Same goes with any phone company, especially iPhone. And of course Samsung, but iPhone is doing a much better job because, well, they just have to make more optimized phones. Anyways, that's a different debate, Samsung versus iPhone. I have my own belief, and I'm not either for iPhone nor Samsung or Android phones. Anyways, those are things that are made for you to easily access them. The easier it is, the easier it is for you to continue doing them. So when your phone is actually in another room or in another place, you usually check your phone. You're like, oh, let me check my Instagram, let me check my reels while I'm sitting here doing nothing. And it's in your pocket. It's like, oh, yep, but it's not that important to you. So when it's not that close to you, you're sitting and you're like, I wanted to check my notifications. But then in your head, you're like, there is no important calls right now for me, most probably. So it's fine. Like, I don't mind sitting here because if I get up and go to the room, it's gonna be a big hassle. I'm not, it's not that easy to get that entertainment anymore because you're so used to getting things that are used to getting dopamine and those things that entertain you are done so easily. So when you're doing those things that are when it is harder for you to get to those things than usual, then you're like, nah, I don't want to do it. So I feel like that's a very important thing. And after doing that, went she went to she went to a place where she was studying, not studying, like practicing for uni, her drawing and whatever, painting. And I knew that I had to do one thing, which is very important for me on one of my exams for uni, which is to watch a movie. Now, personally, I've never watched a movie just in order for to pass subject. And in the subject, I'm supposed to watch three movies. All of them last at least 2 hours, and uh, to write about all of the relations between characters and how the family works and whatnot. And it is actually pretty not annoying, but it's like it's time consuming. The It lasted 3 hours. No, I mean the movie lasted 2 hours. I started at, let's say, 12:30. I had a bit of short breaks altogether, like 20 minutes short break of 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. From 12:30, I have studied. I have done my work all up until I think it was even 5, which is crazy. The movie was interesting. It was really good, but I kept writing things and I kept pausing, and I was like, okay, wait, this guy is this guy, this guy is this guy is this, and their relation is this. So it was exhausting and time consuming. I also did my back exercises, which I'm supposed to do every day, and I did it today, and I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I feel like that's one of my priorities, to straighten my back. As you can clearly see, you can't see that much, but I do have a hunchback, and it was much worse before, so at least there is some progress. Anyways, after that, my girlfriend came back, so we ate together and we watched a TV show. After that, I went on my laptop and played with my friend, and now we're here. So I feel like I really do feel good. I really do feel good because I don't know. I can't really explain it. It just feels like you're more energetic and you're more here. You're more present than ever. I mean, if you're constantly on your phone or on your PC or whatever, I talked about this so much, but I'm trying to like explain how how much of a difference it makes. It might sound small, but it's actually huge, and you might not see it in me personally. You might see it in the way that I behave. I mean, in the last uh, great few videos, they lasted maximum 5 to 6 minutes. This one isn't gonna last too long either because it's pretty late and I want to eat and I just want to rest. But yeah, and I feel like another thing I wanted to talk about is how continuity. I talked about continuity a lot. And in continuity, in doing whatever you're doing, you're going to get better at it. And I feel like, for my personal experience, I feel like I'm very good with reading people. Nice. I might sound egoistic or I might sound like a narcissist. Everybody is a narcissist to some extent. But yeah, I feel like I've improved a lot on relations between other people and how it all works. Because now, when I see arguments between relationships and I don't know, arguments between just friends, I find it so hard to believe that people cannot understand what is going on. And that made me realize, I'm like, okay, wow, I actually focused on this a lot. And now I understand it. Like, I understand everything that is happening and I understand how it can be solved or how it can be ended. Because not many people accept their faults, which they should. And I feel like many people do not see that in me, and I feel like it is because I am a very friendly person and I can adapt to many situations, and I'm not doing that on purpose in order to be liked. I'm doing that in order so that it can be more fun for me, it can be more enjoyable. But I also realized that as I got older, there has been this big change where when there was silence in a friend group or when I was hanging out with someone, I would always try my best to add anything, to make a joke or whatever, and it was so exhausting. I remember how exhausting it was for me to continue doing that, and every day I would come back home and be like, fuck, boy, it feels like I ran a whole marathon. And sometimes I do have the energy to do that. I do have the energy to just joke around, mess around, even about things that I generally wouldn't mess around. But it's not in order for me to be liked. It's in order for me to have some enjoyment with other people, even though they're not gonna be my good friends or whatever. They're gonna be my acquaintances, as they are already. And at one point, we're not gonna be talking anymore. When, I don't know, and people from university example. That's for an example. What the? For example, the people in university. You might meet a lot of people there, the same way you did in school. And how many people are you still talking to? The ones that you met in school. I'm not talking about people. If there is anybody watching now who just finished school like a day ago, which probably isn't possible because it's not summer, but whatever, you might be in some other country that has different timings and whatever for school, different calendars. And yeah, I mean, you don't talk to that many people, even though you went out with them, you joked around with them, and whatever, which is fine. It is fine. It is fine for you to just stop talking to that person because, well, you guys don't match. You guys don't match that well, and you're not gonna find many people that match with you to that level where you guys can be more open and be more yourselves. Everybody needs a mask for them to put on for others to see. There's no point in searching for what's behind the mask. That only matters if you want to be friends with them. If they're being annoying, spreading hatred, just avoid them. There's no point to even talk to them. Just bleh, meh. Sorry. Just how the Arab guy says, brother, what's that, brother? Exactly. The same way that that guy explained it. Just, that's it. But yeah, a lot of people might get called out for that, where they're like talking about you or somebody else, doesn't matter, that they adapt and they're not themselves. Like when they're hanging out with other people that are not your friend group, that are not in that group, you see that he's acting different, or she, that person's acting different. But then when they're with you or your group, they're acting differently. And it's not a bad thing. Like, no, it's not a terrible thing. Some people are just like that, and some people are not. Some people are just very brutally honest, and that is fine. Somebody might see it as a better thing, and people gain respect for that because, well, they are who they are. They don't need a second mask. But I feel like the people who do have a mask for acquaintances and other random people to see, they should not be persecuted by it. They should not be negatively affected and attacked because they have a different mask. Everybody should have a mask. Nobody in uni, nobody really knows who I am and what I talk about and just the way that I think and the way that I do things, my thought process, but my girlfriend does. So when my girlfriend would come with me to university and see the friend group, I would act differently. I wouldn't act like if I was alone with my girlfriend. I would act the same way that I've been acting before when I'm with my friend group. And my girlfriend would see it, but she doesn't see anything bad about it because, well, that's just how things are meant to happen. I'm just like that. I'm like that. I can't change that, and I'm not going to change that. There's only times when I can tell that there is a big difference between personalities, between mine and somebody else's personality, where I need to say something that I really wouldn't say, and I would constantly have to think about it, how, like, what joke I should say and what I should be careful not to say and whatever. And it's very not frustrating, it's just tiring. So if I would talk to a person and then there would just be silence, for me it's not awkward silence. For me it's just I have nothing else to say to you. I don't like small talk. If you want to chill with me, we can go out and, hang out. And I've texted this friend once, because I saw that she was in my university and I wanted to meet with her because, well, we spoke like only once, so we're more like acquaintances, but we know each other already. So I went out and to hang out with her. I like her personality, but I feel like, I don't know, the way that the conversation was going is just, I was comfortable, but I was tiring myself out a lot. So yeah, I feel like if you do feel that way, it's not wrong to just step aside and be like, this ain't for me. And you can be honest with them. You can tell them, well, I can just tell that we don't match as people. If they get pissed, they get pissed. Who gives a fuck? But normal people and people with the right mindset would be like, all right, understandable. When I see you in uni, school, wherever the fuck, I'm gonna tell you hi. And you should be like that. Tell each other hi, but don't go hang out because, well, you guys just don't match. You guys just are not, you know, you know what I mean. You're not gonna match. You're not gonna enjoy your time. Why should you go for a coffee because somebody told you? Because somebody asked you and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to tell him no. Just say I can't. Or be brutally honest. Not brutally honest as in like, oh, you're a fucking dickhead, I don't want to hang out with you, but as in like, I don't want to hang out with you. That's it. But you know, it's okay for people to even say, oh, look man, I can't today. And if they ask the second time and again, I can't today, what I would do is that I would text them. I'm like, okay, let me know if you would like to hang out at any time, whenever you're free, let me know. Usually people are like, bet, bye. They don't tell me bye, but they're like, yeah, bro, I'll let you know, and then they never let me know. And I'm not mad at them. I understand, like, it's fine. If you don't want to hang out with me, it's okay. You don't need to say it. It's difficult to say it. It's difficult to be honest with people. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a universal sign. I feel like everybody knows what that means when somebody just says, I don't want to hang out. Not I don't want to hang out, but I can't today. Then they keep saying that. You know, I stopped hanging out with a lot of friends because I either didn't want to hang out with them anymore and I didn't want to pretend that I liked them. I mean, I respect them. I just don't like them as friends, you know. I don't want to hang out with them. We don't match. But yeah, I pushed a lot of people away because I just didn't feel like hanging out with them. And now I barely have any friends and I don't mind it. It's not because, oh, well, I'm lonely and I can't have friends. It's just that I don't want to. I don't want to waste time with other people. I'm wasting time by myself. I'm procrastinating. And it would be better for me to procrastinate than to hang out with a person that I don't want to hang out with. Anyways, my girlfriend is waiting for me in the bed and I feel like she's gonna kill me. We were supposed to watch a TV show again while I eat dinner. So I'm gonna go get my biscuits and I'm gonna relax, enjoy my time. Tomorrow I'm going to uni at like 5 p.m. and I'm watching yet another movie. Yay! Anyways, thank you so much for watching and I will see you tomorrow on day 83, I think it is. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I feel like it is. Anyways, goodbye.